My family hated me for becoming a meditation teacher, TM teacher, in my 20s. They hated me even more when I became a guru later on. And in order to satisfy my family and my in-laws, my in-laws were totally against my spirituality. In order just to satisfy them, I got into the university and then got my master's, couple of masters, and a PhD from the University of Pittsburgh. But all these years, I have always known that my cup of tea is not in the university or science or technology. Over a period of time, I have gone through soul searching situations, both in terms of money, fame, social approval. All these things were debated. I'm talking about all these because all of you, or everybody, is in a soul journey. There is something that they want to do, but they can't do. I know so many scientists. They don't want to do what they want to do, but they have to. But they are being paid by the university and research institutions. They want him to do a mainline science or technology. I have always dreamt about collecting enough money so that I can bail out all these great scholars, great scientists, great technologists who want to do work on spiritual technology that will change the world. Okay, I that is my mission and vision, and then I will be able to do that. So you all have a vision. The people who come to me are spiritual people, but unfortunately, these spiritual people are poor. I have done many videos on that. Why spiritual people are poor, and Osho would answer it in a very, very uh, humorous way. He would say, "They are spiritual people. They are not material people. What do you expect?" And at another point, he said, "Spiritual people are spiritless people. That's why they are not making any money." That's true too. He's a genius, although he is a very light-hearted genius, and he never took anything seriously. But anyway, in this video clip, I just wanted to reflect on my own biography, which is like the fight between materiality versus spirituality. So my finding is that you should not go to either extreme, and they are not opposite at all. In fact, spirituality can be a real boon to you, a real good skill for you to be successful in the material world, because the spirit is much more powerful than your material mind. I just remember the Bible. Call on me, says God, and I will give you the end of the world as your inheritance. And I will make the heathens as your slave. I don't like that part. But the end of the world as your spirituality is very important. Call on me. And that is where you have to understand. Call on me. Who is the me? The me is the higher I, the capital I. That you are God. You have to go to call who? Yourself, the higher I. Not just identify yourself with the capital, the small I. And this small I is just your vocation. You are a doctor, you are an engineer, or whatever, you are a carpenter. And these are all small identities. So, in the upcoming Guru Purnima's celebrations, I'm going to talk a lot about what I went through and what I have learned, and how easier it is for you to be affluent. For a long time, I did not have the realization, and it happened uh, because I got into touch with Shreem Brzee, the goddess of wealth, and right above my head is the Shreem Brzee, and on the right is the another her husband, the archetype of luxury. So luxury is not bad, but then we have gotten into a mindset because of whatever happened in our previous lives. We came with the orientation that money is bad, and all our religions teach that. Money is not bad. Lack of money is bad. Money is not evil. Lack of money is evil. Look at the people from Mexico just coming here, and then they are in a very bad shape. You all know that. The children are suffering. The parents are suffering. It's all because of lack of money. What is more important is to understand why you have that scarcity consciousness. So I'm going to talk a lot about scarcity consciousness. Scarcity consciousness is not spirituality. It is the opposite of spirituality. Spirit is God. Okay? The spirit is the ability to do everything that you want to do. And that is what true spirituality is. That's why I tell people that renunciation, celibacy, all these things have become the the identity for a spiritual person. No, not at all. We are living in the 21st century. We have changed everything. Why not our own religion? Why not our own spirituality? That is very, very important. So that is going to be the primary goal for that. And then I'm going to prepare those people who have already signed up for the in-person course. Then I'm going to train them uh, how to benefit from the 3-day workshop that will start on the 10th, 11th, 12th. And those who are going to be online, I just want to prepare you also. Just keep chanting Shreem Brzee 108 times a day. And then it's important to count it. There is a reason why you count it. You can have like a counter that you can use. And then Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Then Shreem Brzee will change your scarcity consciousness into prosperity consciousness. Because sounds are the building blocks of material reality. Everything is based on the sounds, your mindset, your material reality, the events that are going to happen in your life or happening in your life, they are all based on sound waves. That's why in the Bible it is said, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God, with God, and God created everything with the Word. So the ultimate teaching is that you can speak the word and manifest. Thought manifestation is the ultimate teaching. And it's not something in a new agey. In the Old Testament, Abraham was given the technology to think and manifest, to say and manifest. If you read the Sefer Yetzirah, a Kabbalah textbook of creation, it talks about how Abraham was able to create a goat by saying goat, goat, goat a few times, and then the goat was there, and then he sacrificed the goat for God. So you can speak, sounds can manifest. I know the days are not far off when we are going to prove that. Already the string theory, it says the fundamental principle of matter or creation is just sound waves. String theory. String theory is the modern quantum physics theory of creation. You can create through the sounds, but sounds, have so many dimensions, and you should know and how they become powerful. All these things I'm going to teach: the sound manifestation, how to think and manifest, how to know the sound waves associated with manifestation during this program. And those of you who are only going to be on online, for the 3 days, or I don't know how many days they are, just chant Shreem Brzee and also chant Om Namah Shivaya, because Om Namah Shivaya, the sounds that can give you an understanding of the relationship between the elements and your own consciousness. The elements are tremendously powerful. Now, we had an earthquake in Los Angeles, near Los Angeles, and then after that, there was an aftershock, and then there's another earthquake, and for the whole week, they say that would be and the aftershock may create another earthquake. Just that is the power of the earth element, Na. And if we know the sound Na and how it works, we'll be able to manipulate the earth energy and stop the earthquake. And this is how the yogis and the siddhas and rishis operate. And the king goes and says, there is an earthquake, can you stop it? The guru says, I will stop it. He will. Because he doesn't go, his technology is not not geology, or in those days, they just only had one technology, using a mantra to manipulate things. A mantra is a sound wave. So then Namah Shivaya represents the Na is the earth. And earth also has treasures inside. Your gold, platinum, everything comes from the earth. Your vegetables, survival, everything is Na. Just by mastering Na. And Ma is the water element. And the water, again, if you dehydrate and die if you don't have water. So Namah Shivaya, I'm not going to go into that. Have all the 5 sounds control, the 5 elements, give you the understanding of how you can manipulate and take advantage of the sounds. So I want you to know that spirituality is not just sitting and lamenting that nothing has happened and I have to go live like this. That is not spirituality. Spirituality is to live in the moment and to know the technology behind it and to live life like a master, not like a slave. So that's going to be the teachings for the Guru Purnima. I personally want to invite all of you and change your life forever. God bless.